if you could speak, if it's okay to speak about some of your experiences as a child.
Mm.
Um, have you experienced bullying? Because, like I know in America, even within the black community, there is colorism. We bully each other, and
Mm-hmm.
obviously it does stem from slavery and colonialism. But you will see, like, I don't know if you're familiar with it, they have this Barbie doll test, and they'll say, they'll say, they'll ask black children, they'll ask white children, they'll ask Latino children, Asian children, and then they'll say,
Mm.
which doll is the dumb doll? It's the black doll. Which doll is the smart doll? It's the white doll. Which doll is the,
Really?
pretty doll? Which doll is the mean doll? Which
Mm.
doll is whatever? And
Mm.
ultimately, all of the children, the majority of the children will say the negative aspects are the black doll, and the positive aspects are
Yeah.
the white doll. These children may be 5 years old. They're
Mm.
not even, they're not consciously making these decisions, but within 5 years, they've already have an understanding of
Mm-hmm.
where people fit in society based upon their skin tone.
Yeah. Yeah, it is really quite sad and upsetting to hear when the colorism narrative, becomes so deeply ingrained, especially with young children, right? And it begins, to be honest, from the day you're born. Like the first thing that's discussed in your family is your color. Oh, what a beautiful baby. Why beautiful? Because the baby is light skinned. Oh, what happened to the baby? Oh, the baby took the mother's color. Or, why not the father's color? Because the mother is darker skinned and it's like seen as something like, pitiful, right? Um, I started to feel um, upset and hurt and started to understand colorist tones from the age of 6. I'm sure they go further back. I just didn't understand them. From the age of 6, I started to really understand what colorism means because I am, the skin tone that I am right now, but actually as a child, I was far, far darker than I am right now. And my parents, on the other hand, are the lightest Indians you can ever get. So my father didn't even look Indian, he looked Italian. He was extremely light, brown eyes, jet black hair. My mother was very light. My little brother, is very light. So I was seen as the black sheep of the family. And I heard taunts from extended family members when my parents moved to Japan to start a new life and start a new business. They enrolled me in a boarding school in India because they couldn't afford my education back then. So, for the couple of years that I was in India on my own as a 6-year-old child in a boarding school, already feeling that sense of abandonment, I was told by extended members of the family that my parents left me behind because they're ashamed of my color. And it started at that point. Then, when I moved to Japan finally, and I was in an international school in Japan, I was bullied by none other than brown boys. I was called the ugly duckling. I was called the black sheep. I was called Blackie. So, unfortunately, as you said, it happens within the community. That is literally the definition of colorism, right? Discrimination or prejudice faced by individuals of a dark skin tone, particularly within their ethnic race or group or community. And that's exactly what it is. That's what I faced. Um, and it's traumatizing. It's upsetting, psychologically. It impacts the child. And then even in your, adulthood, obviously that, travels through with you and you you see yourself, you start to see yourself as less beautiful, or you don't have the confidence in yourself, you start to see yourself as less capable or less worthy of a certain career, for example, like in the media or in wanting to be an actress, which I wanted to be an actress. I wanted to be a Bollywood actress because I love dancing and singing. But when you're told that you can't, and it's better not to dream of that because you're too dark to be one, you feel less worthy. So it's the impact of colorism on one's mental health is far greater than what we think it is.